Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Angela, and today I'll be presenting to you how to create an ethnic design. You will create an ethnic design using two main tools, the design tool and the slide master. You will first choose an ethnic design that preferably has no curves, as it is easier to work with straight lines than curves. Here are two different examples, and as you can see, the one on the right is probably going to be a lot easier to work with than the one on the left. You then once you find your design, you want to look for a reoccurring pattern within the design. And here are three different examples of that. Once you have figured out what the reoccurring pattern is, you simply want to use a cropping tool to crop it down to just the pattern piece to make it less work for you and make it easier to focus on that one area. You then want to make sure you work large. You want to enlarge the pattern piece to make it more visible to see and easier to work with. You can see the one on the left is going to be a lot easier to see than the one on the right. So once you have enlarged your image, you're going to then use your design tool, find a shape that works with your image, and then you're going to simply just cover it with as many images as is needed to copy the design. So here I've taken a rectangle and fitted it to my square, and I'm working on making my square, simply copy and pasting it. You can use a rotating tool to rotate the shape as needed, or you can manually do it as I did there. And then I'm lining up the pieces, and as you can see, I have to adjust my rectangle as my length is longer than my width. And then simple copy and paste to the other side, and I'm almost complete with my square. Next, I need to group my shapes, and to do that, you're going to go into the upper right corner, and you can see all your different grouping options. You're going to then select every piece that you want grouped together as you hold shift, and then you can make what solid piece. So here, it's all these pieces are individual, and I'm simply selecting each piece while holding the shift button, and then I searched up the group option, grouped them all together, and now it is one solid piece. Again, you can rotate the pieces as you needed. Some patterns are the same on both sides, just in a rotated version in mirrored images. And here I'm showing you the same pattern piece rotated in different directions to fit how you want your pattern to go. And then you want to repeat the pattern for as many times as you want to make a ribbon. And you simply do that by copy and pasting the same repeated pattern. And here I chose to copy and paste just one piece of the pattern to make it a ribbon that begins and ends with the same piece. So here I'm going to show you, I'm just going to shrink the piece, bring it up, and then I'm going to copy and paste it, and then line it up to each other so that it looks like a reoccurring pattern ribbon. Hold the shift button, group them together, and now I have a solid piece of ribbon. And if I wanted to repeat this again to be longer, simply copy and paste that again, and now I have two pieces of a ribbon. You can apply this to a slide master, which is basically a control panel that allows you to control how your presentation looks on every single slide, or you can just use this to design one slide of your presentation. So to do that, here I'm using a Windows computer, and I go over to View, Slide Master. You're going to scroll up on the left and use the main master slide at the very top. When you edit this slide, every slide below that has the same pattern. As you can see to my right, every slide has that. And when I exit out of Master View, every slide has that. Whereas opposed to, you go into Slide Master again, you go below the main master slide, and you just edit this one slide alone. Then you can see none of the other slides have this pattern. And when I close Master View, only one slide has that. Some common errors I wanted to point out real quick is you not merging all the shapes together. You end up making more work for yourself. So what I mean by that is when you don't group them as you go and you group them all at once at the same time, and it just ends up not flowing all together, and then you have to group them again. And then a second mistake, common mistake that happens a lot is not holding the shift button when you're sizing your design. You end up having a lot of disfigured shapes. So what I mean by that is here, I select the design, I hold the shift button, I enlarge, reduce the size, and it stays the same. Here, I don't hold the shift button, and it ends up in a lot of, it's very disfigured, and then it's not proportionate at all. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I hope you enjoy making your own own design now. Thank you for watching.